Connie Stevens, Gary Moore, Bill Bixby, Charley Weaver, Angie Dickinson, Wally Cox, Rosemary, Jan Murray, and Buddy Hackett, all in the Hollywood Squares. And here is the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Thank you, Kenny Williams. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Hollywood Square's nighttime edition. An attractive, informative panel tonight. And hello, panel. How are you, Scott?
Hello.
So many good friends with us. Say, I would like to introduce right now Sally Chilcut. Miss Chilcut, welcome to the Hollywood Square.
Yeah.
Sally is a hospital volunteer. She's expecting her second child in 5 months.
August.
All right. And her husband is a bakery route salesman.
Right.
And your first child, boy or girl?
Girl.
And you want a
Kimberly.
boy? All
Redhead.
right. Good luck
boy.
tonight.
Yes. Redhead boy.
Okay. This is Andy Eisman.
Correct.
Hi, Andy. Welcome to Hollywood Square. Good luck. Andy is a salesman, right?
Correct.
And a college student majoring in market. He has only immediate plans are to stay single.
That's right.
Get him off the show.
All right, Ro. Now calm down.
That's immediate.
We'll play the first round of Hollywood Squares right after this message. Andy is to get 3 stars in a row, either across, up and down, or diagonally. It is up to them to figure out if a star is giving a correct answer or making one up. That's how they get the squares. Every game is worth $300. In addition, in our first 2 games, we play for the secret square. If one of our contestants picks the secret square and is correct, this is the prize they will get in round 1. Listen.
A trip to Rome for 2 via TWA, who feature foreign accent service on selected flights in the USA. Try a pinch of Italy or a taste of France. Fly in an English pub or a Manhattan penthouse. You'll be up, away, TWA.
Let's show the home audience the secret square. I understand, sir, that you won the toss backstage?
Right.
Okay. Good luck to both of you, but Andy, pick a star.
I believe I'll start with Wally Cox.
What's the best way to get rid of old dynamite?
Throw it in the garbage. No, let's see. Old dynamite. What do I do with all my old dynamite? It's been so long. Old dynamite. Well, I would get it very wet. I would pour water on it and kind of put it on the lawn. Make good fertilizer. Get it wet. It's harmless if wet.
I will agree.
You burn it. Open the sticks, and they won't explode. I wouldn't do it, but that's what they say. You are incorrect. Your
That's
opponent
right.
gets the square if you are incorrect, unless it gives them 3 in a row. So, Sally gets the circle, and a good start.
Charley Weaver.
Charley Weaver, according to Reader's Digest, is a 15-minute nap in a chair as beneficial as a 15-minute nap you take in bed.
Well, a fella said to me the other day, how'd you sleep last night? I said, oh, like this. Which has nothing to do with the question, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said, could you get as much rest if you slept 15 minutes in a chair as if you
in
did
bed.
15 minutes? Yes, you would.
I can, I think. Yes.
It is no. Turnabout fair play. X gets the
I
square.
gotta stop sleeping in chairs.
You sure do. Andy?
Gary Moore.
Hi, Gary.
Hi.
If someone spoke to you sotto voce, how would they sound?
They spoke sotto voce, from the Latin. They would speak softly, beneath their breath almost.
I will agree.
It means a whisper, sotto voce. Put an X right there. Very good. Sally?
Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby, a block. Good evening, Bill. Robert Fulton launched his first steamboat, the Clermont, in 1807. On what body of water did it make its maiden voyage?
Its maiden voyage.
Right.
What body of water?
That's what I asked you.
Right. Robert Fulton's boat. I think it was the Hudson River.
I agree.
Sailed from New York to Albany on the Hudson River in New York. Andy, secret square, trip to Rome, where is it?
Wish I knew. Jan Murray.
Could be. No? When checking into a hotel with your wife, do you sign the register Mr. and Mrs. John Smith or Mr. John Smith and wife?
I usually check in Mr. and Mrs. Murray Janofsky. That's wild. Oh, that's not too bright to check in and say Mr. and Mrs. Murray Janofsky. I did that once when I was with Buddy Hackett. Let me see. Mr. and Mrs. John Smith or Mr. John Smith and wife?
Right.
I think it would be Mr. and Mrs. John Smith.
I'll agree.
He's thinking right. Put the X there. Sally Chilcut. Connie Stevens to block. She may be the secret. No. Hi there. Say, what popular vocalist wrote and sang Sunday Best, Hurry, Tuesday Child, and An Angel Died?
A folk singer?
What popular vocalist wrote and sang Sunday Best, Hurry, Tuesday Child, and An Angel Died? That's all I can say, Connie.
Bobby Gentry.
Gee whiz. I agree with Connie.
You're right.
Oh, thank you, thank you!
Second gets the square. Andy?
Buddy Hackett.
Buddy Hackett. Do we hear bells? But it's for $300. First game. Say-
I didn't get the question.
No, but it's coming right now.
Oh.
What's on the other side of an Indian head nickel?
The Indians? No, that wouldn't have that. They would never dare. They wouldn't dare. It's, when the deer and antelope play and the buffalo roam, you'll usually find a very dirty home. They have a buffalo on the other side. Actually, it's not a buffalo. The buffalo is the Cape buffalo in Africa. It is the bison.
I think he's right.
He is. X gets the square. You have $300.
Fantastic.
You have $300. Congratulations. I am informed that Mrs. Burt Bacharach, better known as Angie Dickinson, was the secret square. Nobody won the secret square, so in our next game, we add the trip to the new prize. You could win them both, Andy or Sally. So
Well,
let
if
us
them bells ran off, she would
clear the board. Say, by the way, the player who wins the most cash during the show gets a special bonus prize. You'll see that later. Now let's begin round two. This is the prize for another big secret square.
It's a power boat. It's a new 1968 Chrysler Charger 151 with Hydro V hull. The power of 110 horsepower Chrysler Volvo inboard outdrive. Beautifully appointed luxury styling with power for skiing and cruising, plus that trip to Rome for two via TWA.
Let's show the home audience the secret square. Sally, catch-up time for you. You'll start this round. They could go right back to Angie. You never know. They're tricky on this show.
Mr. Peepers.
We have seen its corona, spots,
A musical question.
and I believe it's prominences. Huh? That's close enough, isn't it? Very good. What is it? Prominences, I believe it is.
We have seen them, you and I, Peter?
Prominences, yes. Corona
When
spots.
did we see them?
Well, what time is it now?
It's Friday night.
Oh, that's right.
For
Yes.
the first time in some time. The prominences. That sounds awfully solar to me.
It does?
Solar got prominences and coronas and stuff like that. Sun. The sun, one of the smaller stars.
Sally?
I agree.
He's right.
Oh,
Six stars.
thank you,
Second gets the square. Andy?
Connie Stevens.
Connie, do we hear bells? No. Wow.
I do.
You do? All right. In the nursery rhyme, patty cake, after the cake has been patted and rolled, with what letter is it marked?
M.
I'll agree.
You mark it with a B and put it in the oven for baby and me.
I
Circle
didn't know.
gets the square, but a good bluff. All right, Sally.
Jan Murray, please.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going. I mean, you were
thought
just
I'm going.
blinking.
I
Don't
reached
go
an
any
age
place.
where I went already.
I thought you were doing something.
According to the Bible, there are 9 ranks of heavenly beings. What's the lowest rank called?
Agents.
I
She disagreed. No, he was...
No, that I was
he
making a
kinda-
joke, sweetheart. She disagreed. may I have that question again?
Yeah, according to the Bible, there are 9 ranks of heavenly beings. What's the lowest rank called?
Well, the lowest rank... Oh, I don't sound sacrilegious saying this, but I believe the lowest rank are angels.
Gee. I guess so. If you say yes.
That's right. I mean, that's right. Put the
Thank
circle
you.
right there.
Thank
Andy,
you.
several ways to play this secret square game.
Rosemarie to block.
Ro, hi.
Hi, Pete.
No bells.
No,
Wow.
no bills.
How far does a horse run in the Kentucky Derby?
What?
How far does a horse run in the Kentucky Derby?
As far as he can go. I think it's either a mile. No, it isn't a mile. It's a furlong.
One?
I disagree.
A furlong, that's right out of the gate. It's 1.25 miles. He disagreed. X gets the block.
Piece.
Yeah, I'm longer than a furlong.
I'll find the furlong. Please.
Gary Moore could be the secret square and is for all the marbles.
I don't like to be this responsible.
Well, listen, this is for a trip to Rome for two via TWA, a 1968 Chrysler boat with a 110 horsepower engine, $300. Remember, only you can win. If you're wrong, we're gonna cry. You look like Kukla, Fran, and Moore there.
I have no idea how I feel. I'm getting ready to exit.
What was the name of Walt Disney's first feature-length movie cartoon? Was it Pinocchio, Snow White, or The Three Little Pigs? That's feature-length movie cartoon.
Oh, child, all that distance and all them boats and everything. All right, Walt Disney's first feature-length thing was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I agree.
Well, don't be so unhappy. He's right.
That girl is crying.
Heartline, Heartline. You have won it all, the marbles. You have a trip to Rome for two
She
via
must be afraid
TWA,
to fly.
a 1968 Chrysler boat with a 110 horsepower engine, and you have $300 in cash. And congratulations, Sally Chilcut. I'll cry. I can't stand to see a woman cry.
Thank you.
You have 5 months to go with that kid. Hang on now. It's all right. Say, by the way, if the show should end in the middle of a game, we'll give our players $50 for each square they have on the board, which is very important because it will count toward their cash total and the big bonus prize at the end of the show. Are you all right now?
Hey, Pete.
Yes, I'm sorry. What is
Pete, this is better than Peyton Place.
it? Okay, clear the board. Mr. X will start the round. Andy?
I'll start with Charley Weaver.
I can't. I'm still crying.
Say, Big Chuck, what character in Greek mythology performed the 12 great labors?
Couldn't have been Grandma Hogg. She only had 10 kids. I think that would probably be Hercules.
I'll agree.
He's right. Put an X there. Good start. Sally? Say, I tell you what, Sally. We are going to give you time to sort of calm down, and we're going to jump off the line for just a second. So contain yourself. We'll be right back. There'll be more of Hollywood Squares and Sally Chilcut right after this. Dolly repeats something she said during the commercial. Now, what was that again?
I've never won anything in my life. And when we lived in Santa Cruz, I stood out in the rain to win a turkey dinner, and I didn't even win that.
If they ever do a remake of Little Annie Rooney, we're going to look you up. I'll tell you that.
And
All right.
so, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week and find out, will she get a turkey dinner?
Okay, on with the game. This circle. Pick a star, Sally.
Rosemary, please.
Oh, how can I follow that?
Who was the original host of NBC's Today Show?
Today Show?
Mm-hmm.
The old one?
Well, yes, it's the original one, I would imagine so.
That's the old one, ain't it?
Isn't it?
Is it? Well, yeah. The old Today Show.
Yeah.
The original Today Show.
Right.
How was Dave Garroway?
Yes.
That's right. Put the circle there. Andy? Go get him.
Wally Cox.
Wally Cox, all righty. In the new movie, The Ballad of Josie, what star plays the gun-toting, straight-shooting, loud-talking heroine?
Oh, yes. That's Julie Andrews.
I will disagree.
Oh, yes, that's Doris Day. Put the X there. He disagreed. Sally?
Angie Dickinson.
Angie Dickinson to block.
How would I know?
The new album, Their Satanic Majesty's Request, is a big hit. Whose album is it?
Their Satanic
Majesty's Request.
Request.
Mm-hmm.
The Vanilla Fudge.
Sally?
I don't agree.
The Rolling Stones. Good bluff. She did not agree. Put a circle there. Andy?
Gary Moore.
Gary Moore, all righty.
Not again.
Say, Nick Charles is fiction's famous thin man, right?
Yes.
What's his wife's name?
Her fictional name?
Yeah.
Fictional name. It's the only heroine I ever knew with such a commonplace name. You know, most girls have beautiful names like Rosemary.
Thank you, darling.
Nick Charles' wife's name, I believe, was Nora.
I will agree.
And the dog was Asta. Yes, put the X right there. Very good. Sally? Buddy Hackett the block diagonally. When digging for clams, how can you tell which ones are edible?
How can you tell which clam is edible?
Yeah.
Well, the ones what are dipped in butter are the best one. Well, when you dig, there's two kind of clams I know about, soft shell and hard shell. There's various kinds of hard shell clam, cherry stone and gorgets, but they're all edible.
Sally?
I agree with him.
All clams are edible. That's right. Put a circle there. Andy?
To win.
This is for $600, Bill. There is one thing that should always be kept at 37 degrees centigrade. What is it?
I broke up with her last week. I believe if you look inside your freezer, it always says, on the door, if it goes beyond that temperature, your food will spoil. So it would be the temperature inside a freezer.
I'll agree.
It's your body. It's the same as 98.6 Fahrenheit. Good story. Circle does not get the square. Would give you 3 in a row. The third one you muster in yourself. Several ways to do that, Sally.
Connie Stevens, please.
Connie, to win $600. In what state would you find Yosemite National Park?
California.
I agree.
You have $600. We did it again. Okay, clear the board. This is for the NBC studios. Sally, you're winning everything tonight. You'll start this round. I'm just joshing. It's $300. It's just for the studio alone. No. Sally?
Jan Murray, please.
All right, but try to cheer up, sweetheart.
According to the greeting card industry, Christmas is the best holiday for card sales. Which holiday runs a close second?
A close second to Christmas?
Right.
And the greeting card sales.
Yeah.
May I warn the director to keep a camera ready on Buddy Hackett because he's going to go right off the chair.
All right.
Now, may I have the question again?
Certainly.
I need
According to the
straight
greeting card industry, Christmas is the best holiday for card sales. Which holiday runs a close second?
Purim. No, you wouldn't know from this. Peter, I would say, well, I guess Christmas and New Year would be the same. So I would say the one that would come second would be Valentine's Day, from my personal observation. I believe that would be second.
I agree with you.
Then Easter, then Mother's Day. What has happened to us in this country? We sang Mother's Day is fourth. Circle gets the square. Andy?
Angie Dickinson.
All right. In the motion picture, Angie, Planet of the Apes, who portrays the American astronaut marooned on a planet where men are slaves and gorillas are masters?
Planet of the Apes hasn't come out yet, but I'm pretty sure that's Charlton Heston.
I hope she knows. I'll agree with her.
It's out, and it's Charlton Heston.
Oh, it
Put
is
the X
out.
there, yes.
Gary Moore, please.
Pardon me, Gary?
Gary Moore.
All righty. James F. Burns was Secretary of State in the cabinet of what president?
James F. Burns. B-Y-R-N-E-S. What cabinet? Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I agree.
Harry S.
Truman.
X gets the square. Andy?
Wally Cox.
Mickey Spillane, who created the hard-hitting detective Mike Hammer, has a new hero. What's his name?
The new hero
Julie Andrews.
is not Julie Andrews. That's Dick James.
I'll agree.
Thank you. But
Morgan the Raider. Sounds like a U-boat, doesn't it? A circle gets the square. Sally?
Rosemary, please.
This is for $900. What famous fictional detective has a sidekick named Pat Patton?
Oh, we're all doing all the oldies tonight. It's Dick Tracy.
I agree.
That's right. You're going to have the happiest bakery route salesman in your neighborhood. I don't know where does he have this bakery route? Really? How long has he been there? Okay. We'll clear the board. Tune in next week to find out when this fellow's working. That's all right, John. Mr. X, pick a star.
Jan Murray.
Robert Tyre Jones Jr., Robert Trent Jones, and Ernest Jones all have something in common besides their name. What?
They're the Jones boys. What? Well, let me hear that again.
Robert Tyre Jones Jr., Robert Trent Jones, and Ernest Jones.
Oh, they're all connected with golf.
I'll agree.
He's right. Put the X there. A good start. Sally?
Angie, please.
John Sutter is a famous name in American history. Why?
Because he was looking for something awful good, and it was gold, and he found it.
Sutter's... I agree.
It was at his mill that gold was discovered in California, starting the gold rush of 1849. Andy?
Gary Moore.
We're playing a system here.
Yes, Andrew. I wish you'd play with someone else. That
Where would you-
screams too much.
Where would you find a pair of rivers called the Dee and the Don?
The D and the Don? Gee, I come to... I'm only supposed to name one country?
Mm-hmm.
The River Dee and the River Don. One's in Russia and one's in England. River Don. D is in England. Don, D. Was a happy miller lived on the River Dee. Sounds wrong to me, but I'll say England.
I'll agree.
Scotland. Pretty close. Put the circle right there. Sally?
Charley Weaver, please.
She's marvelous, isn't she? I tell you. As a rule, how many beers can an average person drink before he's in trouble with the law for driving?
Well, let's see. Grandpa can handle a barrel. He doesn't drink anymore. Grandpa
Really?
doesn't drink any less either.
The oldies once in a while, eh, Chuck?
Yeah, throw in a goodie down there. And he believes in that thing, you know. Whiskey and gasoline do not mix.
Oh, really?
Makes the whiskey taste terrible.
I can imagine.
What was your question?
Yes. How many beers can an average person drink before he's in trouble with the law for driving?
One, I would say.
I disagree.
Believe it or not, it's 6. That's the average according to the LAPD. And we'll be back. Put the circle there. We'll be back with more of the Hollywood Squares in a moment. Time is up. This is the score. You have one game for $300 plus one square in the final game. Your total cash, $350. Sally, a trip to Rome for 2. A Chrysler boat. You have won 3 games for $900 plus 3 squares in the final game. Your total cash, $1,050. You are the big winner, and here is your bonus prize. Listen carefully.
It's Hot Points Deluxe Kitchen, a total clean electric range with self-cleaning oven, a front opening dishwasher, multi-level washing action, chopping block top, and a side-by-side refrigerator, 24 cubic feet of storage in less than 36 inches.
You have won over $7,000 in cash and merchandise. Don't miss the Hollywood Squares next Friday night. Also daytime at 11:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Central Time. Good night, stars. Congratulations, Sally and Andy. Peter Marshall saying bye.
Each contestant will receive a home version of the Hollywood Squares game. Our reference source for questions and answers, the 20-volume 1968 edition of the World Book Encyclopedia, containing more than 12,000 pages, representing the work of 2,500 consultants and contributors.
Picasso, Mondrian, Van Gogh, Montalban.
Tooth Angel. It looks very... No, the Tooth Fairy!
That's it! You got it! Draw your own conclusions. Win, lose, or draw weekdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern only on Game Show Network.